Marvel Comics, The Uncanny X-Men, Trading Cards, 1992, all cards illustrated by Jim Lee. Cerebral Scan, Subject, Beast, Real Name, Henry Hank McCoy, Height, 5'11", Weight, 350 pounds, Group Affiliation, X-Men, Blue Strike Force, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 1, September 1963, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 4, Fighting Ability, 4, Intelligence, 5, Within the brutish, animal-like exterior of the mutant known as the Beast dwells a brilliant scientific mind, for while the Beast was superhumanly strong and astoundingly agile, he is also one of the world's foremost experts in biochemistry. When not battling evil alongside the X-Men, he devotes his time to expanding the frontiers of man's knowledge. He also possesses the largest vocabulary of any superhero, which he rarely hesitates to use. Extra fact: the Beast's current hairy appearance is the result of a scientific experiment he performed on himself. Cerebral Scan, Subject, Wolverine, Real Name, Logan, Height, 5 feet 3 inches, Weight, 195 pounds, Group Affiliation, X-Men, Blue Strike Force, First Appearance, Incredible Hulk number 180, October 1981, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 7, Intelligence, 2, possessing the untamed savagery of a wild beast combined with the battle-tested skills of an international secret agent. The mutant known as Wolverine is one of the most dangerous men alive. His power to heal virtually any wound in minutes, combined with his superhumanly keen animal senses and his razor-sharp adamantium claws and skeleton, make him a nearly perfect fighting machine. Truly, he is one of the fiercest foes of evil on Earth. Extra fact: in his first recorded mission, Wolverine battled a green-skinned behemoth known as a Hulk. Cerebral Scan, Subject, Havoc, Real Name, Alex Summers, Height, 6 feet, Weight, 175 pounds, Group Affiliation, X Factor, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 54, March 1969, Energy Projection, 5, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 1, Fighting Ability, 4, Intelligence, 4, Civic has the ability to absorb cosmic energy and release it as intensely hot plasma blasts. These powerful waves enable Alex to hold his own against any opponent, but his body is constantly absorbing ambient energy, and he must wear a special costume to regulate the incredible forces that dwell within. Dreamed by Professor X, who that once fought alongside the X-Men but now leads his own mutant team, X Factor. Extra fact: Havoc's father is the space-spanning pirate and leader of the Starjammer known as Corsair. Cerebral Scan, Subject, Iceman, Real Name, Bobby Drake, Height, 5'8", Weight, 145 pounds, Group Affiliation, X-Men, Gold Strike Force, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 1, September 1963, Energy Projection, 4, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 4, Intelligence, 2, Iceman is able to generate blasts of intense cold that freeze the moisture in the air into ice. He can manipulate this ice into virtually any form, from thick walls to delicate sculptures. At one time, Iceman was unable to control his powers and wore an inhibitor belt to contain them, but no longer. Now this frosty mutant is fully in command of his abilities and is always ready to chill any heating situation. Extra fact: Iceman creates huge slides of ice, which he uses for transportation.
Cerebral Scan, Subject, Phoenix, Real Name, Rachel Summers, Height, 5'7", Weight, 125 pounds, Group Affiliation, Excalibur, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 141, January 1981, Energy Projection, 7, Mental Powers, 7, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 2, Intelligence, 2. As the daughter of an alternate reality's Jean Grey, Rachel claimed the power of the Phoenix. As Phoenix, Rachel's potential for destruction is legendary, but her humanity keeps the Phoenix Force in check so that it can be used for good. Rachel traveled to our time from the future to alter history, but found that this past was not her own. Unable and unwilling to return to her own time, Phoenix allied herself with the X-Men and became one of the founding members of Excalibur. Extra fact: Rachel uses her powers to hide horrible facial tattoos that scar her face.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Nightcrawler, Real Name, Kurt Wagner, Height, 5'9", Weight, 145 X, Group Affiliation, Excalibur, First Appearance, Giant Size X-Men number 1, May 1975, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 2, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 5, Intelligence, 2, despite his frightening appearance, Nightcrawler is a swashbuckling comedian at heart, possessing a mischievous sense of humor and a wild, adventurous imagination, while his personality bolsters the spirits of his teammates. His remarkable agility, power of teleportation and tremendous courage have proven themselves even more valuable in combat time and time again. Extra fact, abandoned by his parents at birth, Nightcrawler was raised by the sorceress Margulies Zardis. Cerebro Scan, Subject, Cannonball, Real Name, Sam Guthrie, Height, 6 feet, Weight, 150 pounds, Group Affiliation, X-Force, First Appearance, New Mutants Graphic Novel, 1982, Energy Projection, 2, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 3, Intelligence, 2, Sam Guthrie lived an uneventful life in a small Kentucky town, until a mining accident triggered his latent mutant powers. He found that he could propel himself through the air at fantastic speeds, and, while doing so, his blast field rendered him impervious to harm. Sam realized that he had to use his powers to help bring about a better world, a task he strives to accomplish in the company of X-Force's Cannonball. Extra fact, Cannonball was a founding member of the X-Men's junior team, the New Mutants.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Wolfsbane, Real Name, Ron Sinclair, Height, 5'2", Weight, 120 pounds, Group Affiliation, X Factor, First Appearance, New Mutants Graphic Novel, 1982, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 3, Fighting Ability, 4, Intelligence, 2. This young Scottish lass is a powerful mutant metamorph who can transform herself into an intelligent wolf. In that form, she has incredible speed, strength and agility, and her senses are heightened beyond those possessed by a normal wolf. During the recent war against mutants known as the Extinction Agenda, Wolfsbane was prevented from ever again returning to her human form, but that hasn't stopped her from joining the government's mutant team X Factor. Extra fact, Wolfsbane has a major crush on her X Factor teammate Nova. Cerebro Scan, Subject, Surin, Real Name, Teresa Rawak, Height, 5'6", Weight, 112 pounds, Group Affiliation, X-Force, First Appearance, Spider-Woman number 37, April 1981, Energy Projection, 4, Mental Powers, 3, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 2, Intelligence, 2, when Surin talks, criminals run for cover. This spunky young Irish mutant can create sonic force in her vocal cords and project it as a penetrating sonar or a shattering concussive sonic lance. Though tricked into a short criminal career by her evil uncle, Black Tom Cassidy, and his powerful partner, the unstoppable Juggernaut, Surin has since joined the heroic mutant paramilitary unit known as X-Force. When Surin sees evil's stain, she shouts it out. Extra fact, Surin has only recently met her father, the X-Man known as Banshee, who thought she'd been killed as a child.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Lockheed, Real Name, Unrevealed, Height, 1 foot, Weight, 55 pounds, Group Affiliation, Excalibur, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 166, February 1983, Energy Projection, 3, Mental Powers, 3, Strength, 1, Fighting Ability, 1, Intelligence, 2. During a dangerous expedition in space, the X-Men Shadow Cat befriended this alien dragon. Like the dragons of myth, Lockheed has bat-like wings that enable him to fly, and he can expel intense bursts of flame. Lockheed has since become a valued ally of the heroic superhuman group Excalibur. Extra fact, Shadow Cat named Lockheed after X-Men's supersonic jet, the Blackbird, which was designed at Lockheed Aircraft. Cerebro Scan, Subject, Professor X, Real Name, Charles Xavier, Height, 6 feet, Weight, 190 pounds, Group Affiliation, X-Men, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 1, September 1963, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 6, Strength, 1, Fighting Ability, 1, Intelligence, 5, the most powerful mutant telepath on Earth. Professor X traveled the world researching the effects of genetic mutation, realizing that mutants, people born with extra-powered abilities beyond those of ordinary humans, were increasing in number. He founded the X-Men to train young mutants to use their powers for the good of both human and mutant. Through the years, Professor X has held true to this idealistic dream, working toward a future in which all people can live together in peace. Extra fact: the Aztec woman is known as the Juggernaut as Professor X's stepbrother.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Psylocke. Real name: Elizabeth Braddock. Height: 5'11", weight: 155 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Blue Strike Force. First American appearance: New Mutants and Well number 2, October 1986. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 5. Strength: 2. Fighting ability: 5. Intelligence: 2. Mighty in both mind and body. Psylocke is one of the world's most powerful telepaths, as well as a mistress of the martial arts. She can combine both her mental and physical skills to generate a psychic blade from her right hand, which allows her to disable nearly any opponent without causing bodily harm. These powers, plus her ferocious warrior spirit, make Sobek one of the most dangerous heroes alive. Extra fact: Psylocke is the sister of Brian Braddock, also known as the hero called Captain Britain. Cerebro scan. Subject: Domino. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 5'7", weight: 125 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Force. First appearance: New Mutants number 98, February 1991. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 2. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 2. Who is she? Evildoers ask as the woman with the snow-white skin and the black-ringed eye swings into action. They're still wondering as she outfights them, cutting them down with equal parts of savagery and wit. "Call me Domino," is the only answer she'll give, because things just have a way of falling into place for me. But who is she really? Not even Cable, her old friend and fighting partner, knows for sure. But whoever she is, be glad she's on our side. Extra fact: Cable and Domino met over 15 years ago, when they fight together as members of the mercenary group Wildpack. Cerebro scan. Subject: Storm. Real name: Orlando Monroe. Height: 5'11", weight: 127 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Gold Strike Force. First appearance: Giant Size X-Men number 1, May 1975. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 6. Strength: 2. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 3. Using her mutant ability to control weather, Storm can summon hurricane force winds and rain, fire intense bolts of lightning and fly on breezes of her own creation. In the past, Storm was a thief on the streets of Cairo and was worshipped as a goddess of the wind in East Africa. Now she is the leader of the X-Men's Gold Strike Force, using her awesome powers for the good of mankind and mutantkind alike. Extra fact: Storm keeps a large greenhouse in the attic of the X-Mansion. Her powers make her an excellent gardener. Cerebro scan. Subject: Megan. Real name: Megan. Height: variable. Weight: variable. Group affiliation: Excalibur. First American appearance: New Mutants and Well number 2, October 1986. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 2. Fighting ability: 3. Intelligence: 2. Megan was born with a freakish werewolf-like appearance and believed she was a hideous demon. But an encounter with Captain Britain revealed that she was actually a mystical mutant metamorph, able to change her shape at will. She now takes on the appearance of a lovely young lass and uses her abilities to combat evil. No longer an outcast because of her looks, Megan has finally found her true role in life as a member of Excalibur. Extra fact: when Megan isn't concentrating, she takes on the appearance of anyone around her. Cerebro scan. Subject: Feral. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 5'5", weight: 120 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Force. First appearance: New Mutants number 100, April 1991. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 4. Fighting ability: 3. Intelligence: 2. Just another furry, ferocious fighter? Not quite. While Feral has the swift reflexes, uncanny agility, heightened senses and animal savagery that make fighting evildoers second nature. She also has a coy, seductive side. This Morlock refugee could tickle you with her tail one second and rake you with her claws the next. That volatile personality makes her the most troublesome member of X-Force and one of the most formidable in combat. Extra fact, Farrell has long-standing grudge with the Morlock's leader Mask.
Cerebral Scan. Subject: Cyclops. Real name: Scott Summers. Height: 6'3", weight: 175 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Blue Strike Force. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men #1. September 1963. Energy projection: 5 mental powers, 2 strength, 2 fighting ability, 4 intelligence. 2. The man called Cyclops possesses the uncanny mutant ability to fire beams of devastating energy from his eyes. These optic blasts are so powerful that they can only be effectively harnessed by a special ruby quartz visor designed by Professor X. Over the years, Cyclops has grown from a sullen, withdrawn loner into the cool, confident, capable leader of the X-Men's Blue Strike Force. Extra fact: Cyclops recharges his optic blast by absorbing solar energy. Cerebral Scan. Subject: Gambit. Real name: Unrevealed. Height: 6'2", weight: 180 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Blue Strike Force. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men #266, August 1990. Energy projection: 4 mental powers, 1 strength, 2 fighting ability, 5 intelligence. 2. Growing up on the streets of New Orleans, this Rajin Cajun used his mutant talent to convert any object's stored potential energy into kinetic energy to become the master thief. Since befriending the X-Men Storm, however, Gambit has given up his criminal ways. Now, as a member of the X-Men's Blue Strike Force, he uses his phenomenal power to protect people in need, both mutant and non-mutant. Extra fact: when he's not saving the world, Gambit can often be found in the kitchen, cooking up a pot of his special chicken creole. Cerebral Scan. Subject: Cable. Real name: Unrevealed. Height: 6'8", weight: 350 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Force. First appearance: New Mutants #87, March 1990. Energy projection: 1 mental powers, 2 strength, 3 fighting ability, 7 intelligence. 3. The cyborg warrior known as Cable is a man of mystery. While his origins remain unknown, his cunning and well-known fighting skills aided by his bionic limbs are all too familiar to his enemies. In his short time as the leader of X-Force, he has taken that team of young mutants and forged them into a band of formidable soldiers. In a world that hates and fears those with mutant abilities, Cable believes only the toughest fighters will survive. Extra fact: Cable possesses the mutant power of telekinesis, the ability to move objects with his mind. Cerebral Scan. Subject: Archangel. Real name: Warren Worthington. 3. Height: 6 feet, weight: 150 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Gold Strike Force. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men #1, September 1963. Energy projection: 3 mental powers, 2 strength, 2 fighting ability, 4 intelligence. 2. Once known as the Angel, Warren Worthington was shaped by the villainous Apocalypse into a vision of death. Now, as Archangel, he is empowered with brutal metal wings that allow him to fly faster than the speed of sound. His new wings contain razor-sharp blades coated with a paralyzing neurotoxin, which he can throw with deadly accuracy. Separated forever from the playboy life he once led, Archangel now attempts to use these gifts of evil in the cause of justice. Extra fact: Warren's wings have a sinister life of fear realm. They can control Archangel when they least expect it. Cerebral Scan. Subject: Banshee. Real name: Sean Cassidy. Height: 6 feet, weight: 170 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men #28, January 1967. Energy projection: 2 mental powers, 2 strength, 2 fighting ability, 4 intelligence. 2. Beware the scream of the Banshee, for this Irish mutant possesses a sonic shriek that can disintegrate solid matter. The Banshee's voice can also propel him through the air on waves of sound or hypnotize the most vicious of villains. Once to foe the Uncanny X-Men, Sean Cassidy was recruited by Professor X to help defeat the murderous mutant Krakoa, the Living Island. Now, after a brief retirement, the Banshee is back in high-pitched action. Extra fact: one of the X-Men's oldest enemies, the villainous mutant Black Count Cassidy, is Banshee's cousin.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Shadowcat. Real name: Catherine Kitty Pride. Height: 5'4", weight: 105 pounds. Group affiliation: Excalibur. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 129, January 1980. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 2. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 4. Nothing slows Shadowcat down if something gets in her way. She walks right through it. Her mutant ability to face the molecules of her body gives her ghost-like intangibility, letting her pass through walls, walk on air and allowing the things she touches to do the same. Though she's a veteran superhero, having served with both the X-Men and Excalibur, at heart she's still an ordinary, rambunctious teenager. Well, maybe not so ordinary. Extra fact: though she lives in England with the rest of the Excalibur, Shadowcat is American, born and raised near Chicago.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Kilun. Real name: Colin McKay. 6'2", weight: 180 pounds. Group affiliation: Excalibur. First appearance: Excalibur number 2, November 1988. Energy projection: 2. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 3. Fighting ability: 6. Intelligence: 2. When Colin McKay was 7 years old, he was kidnapped by the British kingpin of crime Vixen. While escaping, he hid in a derelict factory, where he encountered the dimensional doorway of the Wonder Switch, teleported to the ice plains of Iraq. Colin became Kilun the Warrior. Recently, he returned to Earth armed with a pair of swords that can slice through anything except those who are pure of heart, and was welcomed into the British superhero group Excalibur. Extra fact: Kilun has the unusual mutant ability to imitate any sound he hears.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Jean Grey. Real name: Jean Grey. Height: 5'6", weight: 110 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Gold Strike Force. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 1, September 1963. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 6. Strength: 2. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 3. Formerly known as Marvel Girl, Jean Grey is gifted with the psychic powers of telepathy, the power to read minds, and telekinesis, the power to move things through the use of mental force alone. By relentlessly driving herself to improve and refine her mutant abilities, she has become one of the world's most powerful genetic talents, possessing mental powers second only to those of her mentor, Professor X, and someday she may surpass even him. Extra fact: the villain is known as the Goblin Queen was, in fact, a clone of Jean Grey.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Colossus. Real name: Peter Rasputin. Height: 6'7", weight: 275 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Gold Strike Force. First appearance: Giant Size X-Men number 1, May 1975. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 6. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 2. The son of humble Russian farmers, Peter Rasputin is gifted with the soul of a poet and the power to transform himself into a superhumanly strong giant of living steel. Although he is one of the most powerful heroes on Earth, Colossus despises violence of any kind. Alongside his fellow X-Men, he fights to bring about a world in which evil is eliminated once and for all, so that he need battle no longer. Extra fact: Colossus is a brother of Lana Rasputin, once known as the mutant called Maggot. Cerebro scan. Subject: Warpath. Real name: James Proudstar. Height: 6'1", weight: 214 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Force. First appearance: New Mutants number 16, June 1984. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 6. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 2. Warpath possesses mutant-born superhuman strength and speed. At one time, he sought revenge on those he held responsible for his brother's death, the X-Men. Later realizing the error of his ways, he put aside his hatred of the X-Men and joined the mutant super team X-Force so he could direct his powers toward bringing about a more peaceful world. His devil-may-care attitude masks the soul of a proud warrior. Extra fact: Warpath is the brother of the deceased X-Man known as Thunderbird, and wears a variation of his costume.
Cerebro scan. Subject, Polaris. Real name, Lorna Dane. Height, 5'7", weight, 115 pounds. Group affiliation, X Factor. First appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 49, October 1968. Energy projection, 5. Mental powers, 1. Strength, 2. Fighting ability, 3. Intelligence, 2. Polaris can manipulate one of the primal forces of the universe, magnetism, to levitate objects, create force fields and fire bolts of awesome power. Despite her mutant might, however, she prefers to live as normal a life as possible, using her superhuman powers only when battling alongside her teammates in X Factor against the forces of evil. Extra fact, Polaris once believed that the evil mutant known as Magneto was her father. Cerebro scan. Subject, Boom Boom. Real name, Tabitha Smith. Height, 5'5", weight, 105 pounds. Group affiliation, X-Force. First appearance, Secret Wars 2 number 5, November 1985. Energy projection, 3. Mental powers, 2. Strength, 2. Fighting ability, 3. Intelligence, 2. Combine a bad attitude, a mediocre dye job and fantastic mutant energy time bombs and you've got Boom Boom. As a new mutant and now a member of the paramilitary mutant team X-Force, Boom Boom has led an exciting life which she'd probably find impressive if she ever had a moment of self-awareness. Boy crazy and boisterous, this explosive, take-no-static warrior wannabe still tends to blow up at her teammates when there's nobody else to fight. Extra fact, Boom Boom can make time bombs of varying strength, sizes and delays. Sometimes she even makes studs. Cerebro scan. Subject, Jubilee. Real name, Jubilation Lee. Height, 5 feet, weight, 96 pounds. Group affiliation, X-Men. First appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 244, May 1989. Energy projection, 3. Mental powers, 1. Strength, 2. Fighting ability, 3. Intelligence, 2. When Jubilee's involved, the fireworks never stop. This funky Chinese-American child of the Los Angeles malls is a blast in more ways than one. Her mutant metabolism allows her to generate light energy plasmoids that explode with spectacular force. Though Professor X has since sidelined her from active duty due to her very young age, Jubilee eagerly awaits the chance to burst into battle once again. Extra fact, Jubilee is an orphan and has yet to reveal much about her past to the X-Men.
Cerebro scan. Subject, Shatterstar. Real name, Shatterstar. Height, 6 feet, weight, 225 pounds. Group affiliation, X-Force. First appearance, New Mutants number 100, April 1991. Energy projection, 2. Mental powers, 2. Strength, 4. Fighting ability, 5. Intelligence, 2. In the future, in order to overthrow the tyrannical Mojo V, Shatterstar traveled to the distant past to team the aid of the legendary X-Men. Instead, he found X-Force, and became a member of that mutant team of superheroes, a fierce and imprecise warrior, trained from birth solely to fight, and the unequaled master of many weapons. Shatterstar has proven to be one of the most formidable champions of justice in the world today. Extra fact, Shatterstar is from the same latinate dimension of the X-Man Longshot but from hundreds of years in its future. Cerebro scan. Subject, Strong Guy. Real name, Guido. Height, 7'1", weight, 415 pounds. Group affiliation, X Factor. First appearance, New Mutants Annual number 1, March 1984. Energy projection, 1. Mental powers, 1. Strength, 6. Fighting ability, 3. Intelligence, 2. Strong Guy joined X Factor for the simplest of reasons: a regular paycheck. Caring little about the problems between man and mutant king, he lives instead for the finer things in life, while womaning song, and he's not above using his tremendous mutant strength to put those who would criticize his lifestyle in their place. Extra fact, Strong Guy used to be the bodyguard of the intergalactic rock star and thief named Leon Cheney. Cerebro scan. Subject, Strong Guy. Real name, Guido. Height, 7'1", weight, 415 pounds. Group affiliation, X Factor. First appearance, New Mutants Annual number 1, March 1984. Energy projection, 1. Mental powers, 1. Strength, 6. Fighting ability, 3. Intelligence, 2. Strong guy joined X Factor for the simplest of reasons: a regular paycheck, caring little about the problems between man and mutant king. He lives instead for the finer things in life, while woman in song, and he's not above using his tremendous mutant strength to put those who would criticize his lifestyle in their place. Extra fact: Strong Guy used to be the bodyguard of the intergalactic rock star and thief named Leon Cheney. Cerebro scan. Subject: Forge. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 6, weight: 180 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 184, August 1984. Energy projection: 1, mental powers; 5, strength; 2, fighting ability; 4, intelligence; 6, from superpower neutralizers to defense system disruptors. Figuring out how to make it work is Forge's mutant power, but his talents couldn't save him from the scars of the Vietnam War. Both physical, his right hand and leg had to be replaced with cybernetics, and psychological. Now, as a member of the X-Men, he fights another war, this time against the forces of hatred and oppression that threaten to enslave mutant and human alike. Extra fact: as a result of Vietnam War trauma, Forge rarely uses his other powers' Native American mystical abilities. Cerebro scan. Subject: multiple man. Real name: Jamie Madrox. Height: 5'11", weight: 155 pounds. Group affiliation: X Factor. First appearance: Giant Size Fantastic Four number 4, February 1975. Energy projection: 1, mental powers; 2, strength; 2, fighting ability; 3, intelligence; 2, known as a multiple man, Madrox has the unusual mutant ability to create identical duplicates of himself. When he's struck with sufficient impact, he controls his power by wearing a special suit that insulates him from kinetic energy, although the maximum number of duplicates that he can generate is not yet known. Each one is capable of independent thought, feeling and action, and has the ability to create even more duplicates. Extra fact: Madrox first split into two beings when the doctor spanked him right after his birth. Cerebro scan. Subject: Quicksilver. Real name: Pietro Maximoff. Height: 6, weight: 175 pounds. Group affiliation: X Factor. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 4, March 1964. Energy projection: 1, mental powers; 2, strength; 3, fighting ability; 3, intelligence; 2, the fastest man on Earth, and some would say the most obnoxious. Quicksilver uses his mutant power of superhuman speed to protect mankind, despite the fact that he feels ordinary humans are beneath him. Formerly a member of the superhero team known as the Avengers, but now affiliated with X Factor, Quicksilver is easily one of the world's greatest heroes, at least in his own mind. Extra fact: before he reformed, Quicksilver was a founding member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Rogue. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 5'8", weight: 120 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Blue Strike Force. First appearance: Avengers Annual number 10, 1981. Energy projection: 3, mental powers; 1, strength; 4, fighting ability; 5, intelligence; 1, not just invulnerable and super strong, Rogue can fly; 2, but her most unusual talent is her mutant ability to absorb the powers and memories of others with the merest touch, though the transfer is usually only temporary. If Rogue's not careful, she could be stuck with a stranger in her head forever. A member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants while her foster mother Mystique with that group, Rogue is now a mainstay of the X-Men's blue team. Extra fact: Rogue gained her invulnerability and strength when she permanently absorbed the powers of Miss Marvel.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Widget. Real name: Widget. Height: 6, weight: variable. Group affiliation: Excalibur. First appearance: Excalibur number 1, October 1988. Energy projection: 2, mental powers; 1, strength; 2, fighting ability; 1, intelligence; 2. Once he was a little grey ball of scrap, but after an incident with the idiot savant psycho inventor Tweedledope, Widget, a combination of trash, big fins and a spider, became alive. He is basically friendly and helpful, even if his time/space/dimension hopping actions have resulted in more pandemonium than peace. In response to the cross-time havoc Widget has accidentally wrought, he was recently altered to prevent any travel outside our dimension. Extra fact: Wizard had consisted of just a head until he recently built a dimension-shifting humanoid body for himself. Cerebral scan. Subject: Bishop. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 6 feet. Weight: 210 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, Gold Strike Force. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 282, November 1991. Energy projection: 2 mental powers, 1 strength, 3 fighting ability, 6 intelligence, 2 accidentally wrenched back through several decades by the time-twisting evil mutant named Fitzroy. Bishop arrived in our era from one of Earth's many possible futures. Bishop survived the battle that followed, thanks to his mutant ability to absorb the energy attacks of others and turn that power back against his foes. Stranded in our time, Bishop has added his might to that of the present-day X-Men by joining their Gold Team. Extra fact: in his own time period, Bishop was a member of the X-Men of the future. Cerebral scan. Subject: Maverick. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 6'3", weight: 230 pounds. First appearance: X-Men number 5, February 1992. Energy projection: 1 mental powers, 1 strength, 2 fighting ability, 7 intelligence, 2. Not much is known about the mysterious Maverick, but it is believed that he was one of the creations of the same Weapon X project that created Wolverine. Maverick is a mutant with the amazing ability to see into all the various immediate futures of his foes, so he is able to choose the course of action that allows him to come out on top. He wears a suit of cybernetic armor that enhances his strength and speed and also contains a vast array of weapons. Extra fact: Maverick was once a CIA operative, and he worked with both Wolverine and Sabretooth upon occasion.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Cerise. Real name: Cerise. Height: 5'11", weight: 125 pounds. Group affiliation: Excalibur. First appearance: Excalibur number 47, January 1992. Energy projection: 3 mental powers, 1 strength, 3 fighting ability, 6 intelligence, 2 a daughter of the Sabuki, Zarstock and Kuai-Ka tribes and warrior of the Grand Jar. Cerise is one of the many extra-dimensional visitors that have arrived on Earth by the dimensional nexus point that exists in the lighthouse headquarters of Excalibur. Able to wield crimson energy fields in a variety of shapes, from a powerful blast to defensive walls, Cerise has become one of the mightiest new members of that British superhero group. Extra fact: Cerise travels between dimension in insect-like battle armor.
Cerebral scan. Subject: Magneto. Real name: unrevealed. Goes by Magnus. Height: 6'2", weight: 190 pounds. Group affiliation: Man. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 1, September 1963. Energy projection: 6 mental powers, 2 strength, 2 fighting ability, 4 intelligence, 5. Magneto is the X-Men's oldest and most dangerous enemy. Viewing himself as the savior of mutantkin, Magneto has turned his absolute mastery of magnetism toward the creation of a new world order in which mutants rule over and hapless mankind. Determined to defend the mutants he sees as the subjects from any and all threats, Magneto never hesitates to use the most ruthless means to achieve his noble ends. Extra fact: Magneto's base of operations is Astro-Den, the colossal space station. Cerebral scan. Subject: Mr. Sinister. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 6'3", weight: 225 pounds. Group affiliation: Marauders. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 221, September 1987. Energy projection: 3 mental powers, 6 strength, 4 fighting ability, 2 intelligence, 3. Mr. Sinister was the architect of one of the most brutal schemes ever to afflict mutantkin, gathering a band of vicious mutant killers, the Marauders. He set them loose to wipe out all mutant opposition, especially the X-Men. Then, he secretly cloned Jean Grey to create the insane Mad Ally Fire, who nearly destroyed the team. Though Mr. Sinister ultimately lost his battle with the X-Men and, apparently, his life, it remains to be seen if this villain is truly gone for good. Extra fact: Mr. Sinister has tried to manipulate Cyclops since boyhood, because Cyclops' optic blast are the one force that can hurt him. Cerebral scan. Subject: Deadpool. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 6. Weight: 185 pounds. First appearance: New Mutants number 98. February 1991. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers. 3. Strength. 3. Fighting ability. 7. Intelligence. 4. Not much is known about Deadpool's past or identity. It is rumored that he is yet another product of the top-secret Weapon X project. Deadpool is proven to be one of the world's deadliest assassins, and a world-class chatterbox. Whenever he's on the attack, he always has something appropriately sinister to say. Extra fact: Deadpool has a long-standing association with the murderous Mr. Tulip. Cerebral scan. Subject: Proteus. Real name: Joseph McTaggart. Height: variable. Weight: variable. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 126, October 1979. Energy projection: 7. Mental powers. 6. Strength. 2. Fighting ability. 2. Intelligence. 2. Accidentally freed from this containment cell and drive more in McTaggart's Mutant Research Center on Muir Island. The mutant menace known as Proteus would have used his power to manipulate reality to make himself the insane master of all existence had the X-Men not defeated him, a defeat made possible only by the X-Men's shocking discovery that Proteus was, in fact, Dr. McTaggart's son. Extra fact: Proteus can only be contained or destroyed by common metal. Cerebral scan. Subject: Mojo 2. Real name: Mojo 2. Height: unknown. Weight: unknown. First appearance: X-Men Annual number 1. April 1992. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers. 1. Strength. 1. Fighting ability. 4. Intelligence. 1. Mojo 2 is one of the extra-dimensional beings known as the Spineless Ones. In his dimension of media entertainment, Mojo 2 has fought to gain control of the ratings that make his opponents so successful. In order to do this, he has to gain control of the top-rated media stars of the X-Men. Extra fact: one of Mojo 2's goals is to enslave the creative genius of their as a genetic inventor who creates a long shot. Cerebral scan. Subject: Juggernaut. Real name: Kane Marco. Height: 6'10". Weight: 900 pounds. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 12, July 1965. Energy projection: 2. Mental powers. 1. Strength. 6. Fighting ability. 3. Intelligence. 2. King Marco, evil stepbrother of the X-Men's leader, Professor X, long harbored a secret hatred for his more distinguished sibling. Then one fateful day, he acquired the power to strike back at Xavier when he discovered the mystic gem of Sidorak and was transformed by its awesome magical energies into a human juggernaut. Now, superhumanly strong and virtually unstoppable, he seeks vengeance on both Professor X and his student, the X-Men. Extra fact: the Juggernaut is vulnerable to psychic attack when his protective helmet is removed. Cerebral scan. Subject: Sentinels. Real name: Inapplicable. Height: 20 feet. Weight: 30 tons. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 14, November 1965. Energy projection: 5. Mental powers. 1. Strength. 6. Fighting ability. 4. Intelligence. 2. No foe has threatened the X-Men as persistently throughout their history as the murderous Sentinels. These giant robots were designed for only one purpose: to hunt down and destroy all mutants, and only the X-Men have prevented the relentless killing machines from fulfilling their program. But with each encounter, the Sentinels learn from their mistakes and come back stronger than before. Extra fact: the Sentinels may have the last laugh. The X-Men give glimpse of possible future Earth, dominated by the Sentinels. Cerebral scan. Subject: Gideon. Real name: Gideon. Height: 6'7". Weight: 220 pounds. Group affiliation: The Prophets. First appearance: New Mutants number 98, February 1991. The outlandish antics of Gideon only serve to mask the evil ambition of this power broker. He has allied himself with the unsuspecting ex-New Mutant Sunspot, and together they have taken the corporate world by storm. Gideon's finances and assets make him one of the richest men in America, but his mutant ability to duplicate the powers of his mutant foes makes him one of the most dangerous men on Earth. Extra fact: unknown to Sunspot, Gideon is responsible for the death of his father. Cerebral scan, subject, mask, real name, unrevealed, height, 5'6", weight, 140 pounds, group affiliation, Morlocks, first appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 169, May 1983, energy projection, 2, mental powers, 1, strength, 2, fighting ability, 2, intelligence, 2, in the dark tunnels beneath Manhattan, he fearfully whispered the name Mask. The misshapen mutant in his soul is as twisted as his face. He can reshape human flesh with a touch and uses that power to change the features of others, usually with horrifying results. His cruelty and petty tyranny recently earned him the leadership of the Morlocks, a group of mutants living underground. Now there's no telling what warp schemes he'll unleash. Extra fact: Mask is immune to his own power. There's nothing he can do to fix his own scarred face. Cerebral scan, subject, Shiva, real name, Shiva, height, 7'6", weight, 500 pounds, first appearance, Wolverine number 50, January 1992, energy projection, 5, mental powers, 1, strength, 6, fighting ability, 6, intelligence, 4, the watchdog of the mysterious Project X. Shiva is a computer-generated entity designed to prevent Wolverine from learning the secrets of the shrouded past. Shiva cannot die, for it is not truly alive, and its programming allows for the creation of new bodies each time an old one is defeated. Shiva's incredible adamantium blades coat its body, and it has that one thing on its mind: the destruction of Wolverine. Extra fact: Shiva never falls for the same attack twice. It's programmed to learn from its mistakes. Cerebral scan, subject, Apocalypse, real name, unrevealed, height, 7 feet, weight, unknown, first appearance, X-Factor number 5, July 1986, energy projection, 5, mental powers, 2, strength, 6, fighting ability, 2, intelligence, 5. The megalomaniacal mutant villain known as Apocalypse believes a total war between humans and mutants is inevitable, in order to weed out those he feels are weak and unsuitable for the coming conflict. He manipulates mutants into battling one another, calculating that with the help of the strongest and most ruthless survivors he can conquer the world and become ruler of all both man and mutant. Extra fact: Apocalypse is more than several thousand years old. Cerebral scan, subject, Sabretooth, real name, Victor Creed, height, 6'6", weight, 275 pounds, first appearance, Iron Fist number 14, August 1977, energy projection, 1, mental powers, 1, strength, 2, fighting ability, 7, intelligence, 2, Sabretooth is just one of the several man-made killers created by the Weapon X project. Once an ally of Wolverine, he is now one of the most vicious of the X-Men's foes. He has an incredible healing factor that makes him immune to most drugs and poisons, and he has greater endurance than most human beings. With his spears and claws, sharp teeth and innate savagery, Sabretooth has a bloodlust that is rivaled only by his hate for Wolverine. Extra fact: Victor Creed uses his deadly abilities as a professional assassin. Cerebral scan, subject, Mojo, real name, Mojo, height, unknown, weight, unknown, first appearance, Longshot Limited Series number 3, November 1985, energy projection, 1, mental powers, 1, strength, 1, fighting ability, 1, intelligence, 4. The hideous alien creature known as Mojo is the absolute ruler of an entire planet located in a parallel dimension. Mojo's world exists solely to provide him with his own twisted concept of entertainment. One planet of slaves is not enough for this grotesque genius. However, into the world he covets is our own Earth. Only the continuous vigilance of the X-Men prevents our world from falling prey to Mojo's mad, merciless whims. Extra fact: Mojo has created his own team of mutant youngsters, known as the X-Babies. Cerebral scan, subject, Caliban, real name, unrevealed, height, 6'4", weight, 250 pounds, first appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 148, July 1981, energy projection, 1, mental powers, 3, strength, 1, Fighting ability. 1. Intelligence. 2. Born with white skin and large, bulging eyes, Caliban was marked as a mutant and cast into the depths of the Morley tunnels. There, his mutant powers flourished until the evil marauders decimated the misfit Morlocks. Alone and seeking revenge, Caliban was found by the Fiend Apocalypse and given incredible strength. Now, he searches the world for other mutant outcasts who would serve as newfound master. Extra fact: one of Caliban's mutant powers is the ability to generate fear in his opponents.
Cerebro scan. Subject: Gatecrasher. Real name: Gatecrasher. Height: 8'3", weight: 1,111 pounds. Group affiliation: Technit. First American appearance: Excalibur Special Edition Number 1, 1988. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 2. Strength: 3. Fighting ability: 3. Intelligence: 2. Gatecrasher is the leader of the Technite group of bounty hunters from various other dimensional worlds. In addition to her great strength, she also possesses low-level telepathic abilities. Armed with wrist blasters and other technological devices, the massively proportioned mercenary literally throws her weight around when bullying her henchmen into carrying out her profit-making plans. Extra fact: the lizard-like yap can always be found on Gatecrasher's shoulder, and his Gatecrasher's means a teleportation.
Cerebro scan. Subject: The Brood. Real name: Inapplicable. Height: 8 feet in length. Weight: unknown. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 155, March 1982. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 3. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 3. One of the most terrifying alien races humanity has ever faced. The brood reproduce by hatching their eggs inside living hosts, transforming them into their kind. Only the heroic efforts of the X-Men have prevented these ruthless masters of bioengineering and weaponry from establishing the reign of terror on Earth, traveling through intergalactic space in their living space whale starships. The brood are a constant threat to all life in the universe. Extra fact: the brood are able to absorb the special qualities of beings they use as host bodies. Cerebro scan. Subject: Blob. Real name: Fred J. Dukes. Height: 5'10", weight: 510 pounds. Group affiliation: Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 3, January 1964. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 1. Strength: 6. Fighting ability: 2. Intelligence: 2. The Bloated. Bludgeoning Blob is one of the X-Men's oldest and most dangerous enemies. His powerful mutant body is nearly impervious to harm and cannot be directly moved by an outside force. Not the most intelligent of individuals, the Blob makes up with brute force what he lacks in brains. Extra fact: before turning to a life of crime, the Blob earned a living as a performer in a carnival freak show. Cerebro scan. Subject: Strife. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 6'8", weight: 350 pounds. Group affiliation: Mutant Liberation Front. First appearance: New Mutants number 87, March 1990. Energy projection: 1. Mental powers: 2. Strength: 2. Fighting ability: 6. Intelligence: 5. Little is known about the origins of the man called Strife. Appearing almost out of nowhere, he turned several disgruntled mutants into a crack terrorist team and sent them out to wreak havoc in the name of mutant supremacy. Although he seems to be fighting for the rights of his fellow mutants, Strife's true motivations, as well as his connection to Cable, the leader of X-Force, have yet to be revealed. Extra fact: Strife is an exact physical duplicate of X-Force's leader Cable. Cerebro scan. Subject: Warwolves. Roster: Ducks, Scarper, Popsy, Jacko. First appearance: Excalibur Special Edition number 1, 1988. These savage, silver-skinned stalkers were sent to Earth by Mojo, the spineless ruler of an alternate dimension, to hunt down Phoenix of the superhero group Excalibur. The Warwolves possess the ability to drain the life essence from their prey, and then don the skin and clothing of their victims, able to masquerade as anything they can skin. The Warwolves are the most cunning predators that Excalibur has ever faced. Extra fact: the Warwolves are just one of the many artificially created races found on Mojo's Otherworld. Cerebro Scan, Subject, Omega Red, Real Name, Arkady Rosovich, Height, 6'6", Weight, 300 pounds, First Appearance, X-Men number 4, January 1992, Energy Projection, 3, Mental Powers, 3, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 7, Intelligence, 2, created during the Cold War and locked in cryogenic deep freeze because he was too dangerous to control. The Russian super soldier known as Omega Red was later revived and recruited by the ruthless ninja assassins known as the Hand. Under their tutelage, he has learned to control his aura of death, an energy field that drains the life force of anyone near him. Combined with his carbonadium tendrils, Omega Red's powers make any battle with him a brush with death. Extra fact: Omega Red cybernetic tendrils flexible like graphite but fused with adamantium were surgically grafted to his body. Cerebro Scan, Subject, Black Tom Cassidy, Real Name, Tom Cassidy, Height, 5'11", Weight, 155 pounds, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 101, October 1976, Energy Projection, 3, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 2, Intelligence, 3, related to Banshee and Sauron. The villain is Black Tom Cassidy is not a kissing cousin. This Irish-born villain has allied himself with the unstoppable Juggernaut, and together they have vowed to annihilate the X-Men. Recently, they held a group of executives for ransom, including the ex-New Mutant Sunspot, until X-Force and Spider-Man defeated him. However, Black Tom disappeared in an explosive asylum, and his whereabouts are unknown. Extra fact: Black Tom is a mutant who can channel energy through his Shillelagh to create bursts of destructive force.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Mystique, Real Name, Raven Darkholm, Height, 5'10", Weight, 120 pounds, First Appearance, Ms. Marvel number 16, April 1978, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 4, Intelligence, 3. Few mutants are as enigmatic and unpredictable as the mysterious Mystique. Her shape-shifting powers allow her to assume the appearance of anyone. As the leader of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, she was the sworn enemy of the X-Men. Later, as the head of Freedom Force, she came to their rescue. Now that she's on her own again, no one knows where or when Mystique will show up next, but you can bet it'll be when you least expect it. Extra fact: Mystique is the foster mother of the X-Man Rogue, having raised her since childhood.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Sauron, Real Name, Carl Lagos, Height, 7 feet, Weight, 200 pounds, Group Affiliation, Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 60, August 1969, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 5, Strength, 4, Fighting Ability, 2, Intelligence, 3. Carl Lagos was cursed to drain the life energy of others to survive, but an attempt to feed on the mutant life energy of Havoc transformed him into the terrifying man-beast called Sauron. His savage strength, hypnotic powers and unquenchable thirst for life energy make him one of the X-Men's deadliest enemies. Extra fact: Lagos' terrible curse is the result of a prehistoric reptile spike that he received while exploring the lost world known as the Savage Land.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Saturnine, Real Name, Opal Luna Saturnine, Height, 5'11", Weight, 130 pounds, First Appearance, Excalibur Special Edition number 1, September 1987, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 1, Fighting Ability, 2, Intelligence, 5. Saturnine is the strong right arm of the Universal Guardian Roma, daughter of Merlin. It was by Merlin's command that Saturnine arranged the formation of the Britain-based superhero team Excalibur, which she accomplished so well that neither Excalibur nor Roma were aware of her actual purpose. Though Saturnine has not demonstrated any superhuman powers, her presence alone always puts her in charge, and she'd have it no other way. Extra fact: Saturnine has counterparts in almost every dimension, ranging from the mildly manipulative to the utterly evil.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Toad, Real Name, Mortimer Twinby, Height, 5'8", Weight, 260 pounds, Group Affiliation, Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 4, March 1964, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 1, Intelligence, 4, a pathetic, misshapen outcast since childhood. The Toad has used his superhuman leaping powers and knowledge of advanced technology to make himself a worthy henchman to Magneto, as well as a formidable criminal in his own right. Even so, his desperate need for acceptance has led him to seek the friendship of both hero and villain alike, only to find bitter rejection, and even more reason to continue his evil ways. Extra fact: the Toad's greatest ambition is to win the heart of the woman he loves, Quicksilver's sister, the Scarlet Witch. Cerebro Scan, Subject, Shadow King, Real Name, Alpha Ook, Height, Verbal, Weight, Variable, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 117, January 1979, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 6, Strength, 1, Fighting Ability, 1, Intelligence, 3, Amani Farouk was the first evil mutant that Professor X battled. After his apparent demise, Farouk survived as a spirit who inhabited the bodies of others. He renamed himself the Shadow King and fueled his power on the hate and rage of his victims. After years of feeding, he resurfaced and took mental control of the X-Men. Professor X defeated him once more, but the price of this victory was costly. Professor X's legs had again been crippled. Extra fact: Professor X's first encounter with the Shadow King was one of the events that led him to form the X-Men.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, White Queen, Real Name, Emma Frost, Height, 5'10", Weight, 125 pounds, Group Affiliation, Hellfire Club, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 129, May 1980, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 6, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 2, Intelligence, 4, what the White Queen's ravishing beauty can't get. Her irresistible mutagenic abilities guarantee and to better compete with the heroic X-Men, she formed evil hellions to do her dirty work. Aided by her awesome telepathic powers, the White Queen has proven to be a ruthless businesswoman whose desire for domination makes her a chilling opponent in the bordering war on the battlefield. Extra fact: the White Queen was the original teacher of the X-Force strongmen known as Warpath.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Mastermind, Real Name, Jason Wingard, Height, 5'10", Weight, 140 pounds, First Appearance, Uncanny X-Men number 4, March 1964, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 6, Strength, 1, Fighting Ability, 1, Intelligence, 2, the Cunning, Sinister Mastermind possesses a mutant ability to cast powerful hypnotic illusions so perfect that they are indistinguishable from reality. Even those who are aware of what Mastermind is doing are inclined to treat these images as though they are real. Mastermind has frequently employed his powers for his own personal gain, but has always been thwarted by the X-Men. Extra fact: Mastermind often uses his Illusion casting power to make himself appear more handsome than he actually is.
Cerebro Scan, Subject, Deathbird, Real Name, Unknown, Height, 5'8", Weight, 180 pounds, First Appearance, Miss Marvel number 9, September 1977, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 3, Fighting Ability, 6, Intelligence, 4. Deathbird is the former Empress of the Shi'ar Empire. Deposed with the X-Men's help, her alien metabolism is superior to a human's, and thus she possesses incredible strength, endurance and speed. Deathbird is armed with razor-sharp wing spurs, vicious talons and deadly, compact javelins. She is a warrior to be feared, and her berserker rages even match those of Wolverine. Extra fact: like all Shi'ar, Deathbird has a plume of feathers instead of a head of hair, and she has wings that allow her to fly. Cerebro Scan, Subject, Lady Deathstrike, Real Name, Yuriko Darkwood, Height, 5'10", Weight, 150 pounds, First Appearance, Alpha Flight number 33, April 1986, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 3, Fighting Ability, 6, Intelligence, 4. Lady Deathstrike was once a normal human samurai, but the evil spiral transformed her into a deadly cyborg, armed with razor-sharp cybernetic claws and sheathed in alien body armor. Lady Deathstrike has allied herself with a deadly cyborg named Pierce and his band of mercenaries, the Reavers. She has dedicated her life to the destruction of Wolverine and if need be will go through all the X-Men to get him. Extra fact. Lady Deathstrike's father developed the process that gave Wolverine his adamantium-bonded skeleton and claws. Cerebro Scan. Subject, X-Men, Gold Strike Force, Roster, Storm, Team Leader, Jean Grey, Colossus, Iceman, Bishop, Archangel, Headquarters, X-Mansion. First appearance, Uncanny X-Men #1. September 1963, the X-Men is the world's premier mutant superhero team gathered together by Professor X from the four corners of the Earth and beyond. They have pledged their lives to protecting mankind from the threat posed by evil mutants, as well as fighting the hateful prejudice that many normal humans have for mutantgens. In recent times, the challenges to be met have grown so great in number that the X-Men team has split itself into two separate battle units. Extra fact. The X-Men's primary means of transportation is a modified SR-71 Blackbird jet.
Cerebro Scan. Subject, X-Men, Blue Strike Force, Roster, Cyclops, Team Leader, Wolverine, Beast, Rogue, Psylocke, Gambit. Headquarters, X-Mansion. First appearance, Uncanny X-Men #1. September 1963, realizing that the recent increase in evil mutant activity represented a threat to the human race, Professor Charles Xavier banded together a team of heroic mutants from around the world to protect mankind. So was born the X-Men. Over the years, the danger posed by evil mutants has grown to such a degree that two teams of X-Men are needed. Pictured here is the X-Men's Blue Strike Force. Extra fact, the X-Men hone their mutant abilities in the Danger Room, a huge chamber that uses holograms to simulate real dangers. Cerebro Scan. Subject, X-Factor, Roster, Hava, Team Leader, Polaris, Multiple Man, Wolfsbane, Strong Guy, Val Cooper, U.S. Government Liaison. First appearance, X-Factor #71, October 1991. After the federally sponsored mutant team Freedom Force was disbanded, the United States government realized that it still had a need for a strike force of superhuman operatives. Reformed and reassembled by former SHIELD agent Val Cooper under the direction of Professor X, the new X-Factor became that unit, entrusted with investigating the odd, the bizarre and the unlikely. X-Factor strives to prove that mutants can contribute positively to society. Extra fact, X-Factor is the only mutant team whose members draw a paycheck for fighting evil. Cerebro Scan. Subject, X-Force, Roster, Cable, Team Leader, Cannonball, Pharaoh, Boom Boom, Warpath, Shatterstar, Surin. First appearance, New Mutants #100, April 1991. They are grim soldiers, fighting a dark, deep, lonely war for the survival of their superhuman species, gathered together by the mysterious Cable. X-Force exists to seek out possible threats to man and mutant and then destroy them before they've had a chance to act. Firm in the belief that the ends justify the means, X-Force is perhaps the most explosive and unpredictable mutant team on the scene today. Extra fact, X-Force operates out of an abandoned Sentinels base in the Adirondack Mountains. Cerebro Scan. Subject, Excalibur, Roster, Captain Britain, Team Leader, Megan, Nightcrawler, Phoenix, Shadowcat, Widget, Blockade. Headquarters, Lighthouse. First appearance, Excalibur Special Edition #1. 1988, whenever extra-dimensional creatures threaten Great Britain, this offbeat band of mutant heroes stands ready to challenge them. Excalibur has battled the savage Warwolves, Gatecrasher and her mischievous Technet, and some countless bizarre superpowered menaces from alternate Earths. When not busy traveling between dimensions, Excalibur can be found in its haunted headquarters, a lighthouse off the coast of England. Extra fact, unknown to them, the members of Excalibur were first brought together by Roma, guardian of the multiverse.
Cerebro Scan. Subject, Hellfire Club. Roster, Sebastian Shaw, White Queen, Selene, Magneto. First appearance, Uncanny X-Men #129, January 1980. Only the cream of society is never offered membership in the Hellfire Club, and only the most truthless and evil members ever become part of its insidious inner circle. Dressing in 18th century costumes and holding titles derived from chess pieces, Its members conspired to dominate the world using their economic power and political influence, and the Inner Circle members share one more secret: they are some of the most powerful mutants on Earth. Extra fact: the Hellfire Club was founded in England in the 1760s as a social organization for the elite of British society.
Cerebro Scan. Subject: Mutant Liberation Front. Roster: Strife, Team Leader, 0. Wild Side, Thumbelina, Forart, Reaper, Skids, Rust, Dragoness, Kamikaze, Sumo, Tempo, Stroke. First appearance: New Mutants number 87. March 1990. The Mutant Liberation Front is a terrorist organization responsible for several vicious attacks on normal humans. Led by the villainous Strife, the MLF's ranks are composed of powerful mutants. Their object: to take revenge on humanity for its crimes against mutantkin. Extra fact: the MLF can instantly travel anywhere in the world via teleportation doorways created by the Mutant Zero. Cerebro Scan. Subject: Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Roster: Toad, Team Leader, Sauron, Fantasia, Thor, Mask, Block, Fire. First appearance: X-Force number 5. December 1991. Not much is known about the newest incarnation of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, but one thing is certain: its members include some of the most monstrous villains on the face of the planet. Led by the demented Toad, the Brotherhood is dedicated to acts of persona. Gain whatever the cost to humanity. Extra fact: the original Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was led by none other than the Master of Magnetism, Magneto. Cerebro Scan. Subject: Upstarts. Roster: Trevor Fitzroy, Team Leader, Shaina Abaijah, Fabian Cortez, Graydon Creed, Cinderblaze. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 281. October 1991. The Upstarts are a new team of malicious young mutants whose aim is to wreak chaos among mutantkin. Led by a mysterious mastermind, the Upstarts are in a competition to determine which member can eliminate the most mutants in increasingly innovative and destructive ways, and their targets are the Mutant Hellfire Club and the X-Men. Extra fact: the winner of the Upstarts competition has been promised the ultimate prize: immortality.
Cerebro Scan. Subject: Technit. Roster: Gatecrasher, Team Leader, Nyuk, Scatterbrain, Green Toss, Waxworks, China Doll, Pharaoh, Joyboy, Bodybag, Thug. Numbers. First American appearance: Excalibur Special Edition number 1, 1988. The Technit is a boisterous band of bounty hunters brought together by the blue-skinned alien known as Gatecrasher. These rowdy ragamuffins have but two goals in life: to cause chaos and to make a profit while doing so. For a long time they wandered between dimensions, but now they make their home on a pier in Brighton, England. Always a thorn in Excalibur's side, the Technit can be found in the middle of virtually every mess. Extra fact: whenever not on the hunt, the Technit's favorite activity is fighting among themselves.
Cerebro Scan. Subject: Sunspot. Real name: Roberto da Costa. Height: 5 feet. Weight: 130 pounds. First appearance: New Mutants graphic novel, 1982. Energy projection: 2. Mental powers: 1. Strength, 5. Fighting ability, 4. Intelligence, 3. The Brazilian mutant called Sunspot is a fiery disposition in more ways than one. His mutant metabolism absorbs solar energy from the sun and transforms it into tremendous physical strength. Formerly a member of the New Mutants, Sunspot left the group to manage his father's vast financial empire after his death. Extra fact: Sunspot's current mentor is the evil mutant financier known as Gilly.
Cerebro Scan. Subject: Dark Phoenix. Real name: unrevealed. Height: 5'6". Weight: 110 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 101, October 1976. Energy projection: 7. Mental powers: 7. Strength: 7. Fighting ability: 4. Intelligence: 3. The alien entity known as the Phoenix Force patterned itself after the mutant heroine Jean Grey and secretly took her place. As time progressed, Phoenix gave into the dark urges of human nature and became Dark Phoenix, a celestial avatar. In order to sustain her incredible levels of power, Dark Phoenix consumed entire stars to fuel her cosmic hunger. But rather than destroy those she came to love, Dark Phoenix sacrificed herself to save the universe. Extra fact: when the Phoenix Force supplanted Jean Grey, it placed her in a state of suspended animation.
Cerebro Scan. Subject: Longshot. Real name: Longshot. Height: 6'2". Weight: 80 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men, first appearance, Longshot Women's Series number 1. September 1985, Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 3, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 5, Intelligence, 2. Once a slave to the extra-dimensional Tyrant Mojo, Longshot eventually escaped, came to Earth and joined forces with the X-Men, armed with razor-sharp throwing knives. His combined abilities and amazing agility and incredible luck allow him to take on the fiercest foes. Recently, Longshot left the X-Men to search for the secrets of his past and travel to parts unknown. Extra fact: Longshot is a synthetic humanoid, grown in a machine but gifted with free will.
Cerebroscan. Subject: Magic. Real name: Ileana Rasputin. Height: 5'5", weight: 120 pounds. Group affiliation: New Mutants. First appearance: Giant Size X-Men number 1, May 1975. As Ilana, Magic Limited Series number 1, December 1983. As Magic. Energy Projection, 2, Mental Powers, 2, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 5, Intelligence, 2. The 7-year-old sister of the X-Man named Colossus, Magic was kidnapped and aged by the dark sorcerer Bel Osco and became his apprentice, augmenting her mutant ability to teleport through time and space with mighty mystical powers. Bel Osco made Magic powerful enough to defeat even him, and she did. Magic eventually sacrificed her powers to save her fellow New Mutants, and was made 7 years of age once again. Extra fact: upon her death or utter defeat, Magic's dark powers would transfer to her best friend Kitty Pryde, Excalibur's Shadowcat. Cerebroscan. Subject: Dazzler. Real name: Allison Blair. Height: 5'8", weight: 115 pounds. Group affiliation: X-Men. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 130, February 1980. Energy Projection, 4, Mental Powers, 1, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 3, Intelligence, 2. The former X-Man known as Dazzler has a mutant ability to transmute sound into incredible waves of light. She can create intricate holographic illusions, project powerful laser beams, or dazzle her opponents with hypnotic bursts of color. Recently, Dazzler fell through the mystic portal called the Siege Fearless. Although her whereabouts are unknown, you can be sure this luminescent mutant will shine again. Extra fact: Allison Blair revealed her mutant abilities to the world during the promotional tour for the Dazzler movie.
Cerebroscan. Subject: Starjammers. Roster: Corsair. Leader: Hepzibah, Raza, Sikorsky. Binary: Clyde. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 107, October 1977. The Starjammers are a band of freewheeling pirates operating primarily in the alien Shi'ar Empire. Having suffered individually at the hands of the Shi'ar government, the Starjammers strike back by looting the Empire's spacecrafts, taking care not to harm innocent passengers. Although considered outlaws, the Starjammers are actually heroes, having saved the galaxy time and time again, most often at the side of the Uncanny X-Men. Cerebroscan. Subject: Imperial Guard. Roster: Gladiator. Leader: Starbolt, Smasher, Titan, Oracle, Tempest, Earthquake. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 107, October 1977. The Imperial Guard is composed of superheroes from 100 different alien worlds, blindly loyal to the throne of the galaxy spanning Shi'ar Empire. The Guard stands ever ready to defend it from any and all cosmic threats. Acting on behalf of its Shi'ar masters, the Imperial Guard has come into contact with the X-Men on numerous occasions, sometimes as allies, but often as deadly adversaries.
Cerebroscan. Subject: Lilandra. Real name: Lilandra Nolamani. Height: 5'11", weight: 110 pounds. First appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 97, February 1976. Energy Projection, 1, Mental Powers, 2, Strength, 2, Fighting Ability, 1, Intelligence, 3. Lilandra is the Empress of the Shi'ar Galaxy, a hereditary birthright once stolen from her by her older sister Deathbird, returned to her rightful place on the throne with the help of the X-Men. Lilandra must remain eternally vigilant to maintain the peace and security of her beloved Shi'ar Empire. A natural leader, Lilandra stands revered as the benevolent and capable ruler of one of the mightiest empires the universe has ever known. Extra fact: Lilandra's chosen consort is Professor Charles Xavier, the founder of the X-Men. Cerebroscan. Subject: Weird Happenings Organization. Roster: Dr. Alastair Stewart, Brigadier Allison Stewart. First appearance: Excalibur number 9, June 1989. Bewitched by the black arts, annoyed by aliens, disturbed by dimensional gateways. Whenever something unusual appears in the United Kingdom, it is the duty of WHO to investigate. WHO is a joint scientific and military research team headed by Dr. Alastair Stewart and his twin sister Brigadier Allison Stewart. Together, they track down the most mystifying incidents ever to bedevil the British Isles. Extra fact: oddly enough, WHO spends most of its time investigating the British superhero group Excalibur. Cerebro scan. Subject: Roma. Real name: Roma. Height: variable. Weight: variable. First American appearance: Uncanny X-Men number 225, January 1988. Energy projection: 7. Mental powers: 7. Strength: 7. Fighting ability: 7. Intelligence: 7. The daughter of the legendary wizard Merlin, Roma reigns as the guardian of the multiverse and resides on the dimensional nexus, one known as the Otherworld. Roma chose Brian Braddock to become the hero known as Captain Britain. But, like a chess piece, Captain Britain was only a pawn. With her sorceress powers, she manipulated Brian, his companion Megan, and former X-Men Shadowcat, Phoenix and Nightcrawler into forming the British superhero group Excalibur. Extra fact: Roma gave the X-Men the Siege Perilous, a mysterious mystic portal that changes the lives of all who pass through its shimmering frame. Subject: Nightcrawler. Danger Room Test Sequence number 1. Blessed with the acrobatic ability of a world-class gymnast, Nightcrawler maintains his skills with constant training. Here he practices on the Danger Room's athletic equipment. His prehensile tail and ability to adhere to any surface allow him to perform feats of dexterity far beyond those attainable by ordinary humans. Extra fact: the Danger Room is located on the sub-basement level 2 of the X-Mansion. Subject: Archangel. Danger Room Test Sequence number 2. Archangel's metallic wings enable him to soar through the air with unparalleled speed and grace. He could also launch the individual feathers of his wings as high-speed projectiles, which are coated with a paralyzing neurotoxin. Extra fact: the advanced technology of the alien Shi'ar Empire has been incorporated into the Danger Room. Subject: Storm. Danger Room Test Sequence number 3. Storm can manipulate the weather through force of will alone. She can cause anything from an unstoppable monsoon to powerful bolts of lightning to materialize at her command. Extra fact: the Danger Room can simulate almost any environment, real or imagined. Subject: Gambit. Danger Room Test Sequence number 4. Gambit enhances his kinetic energy powers with superior martial arts skills. This combination of talents, maintained through daily training exercises, makes this high-kicking hero one of the most dangerous men alive today. Extra fact: the Danger Room employs sophisticated holograms to simulate actual perils. Subject: Wolverine. Danger Room Test Sequence number 5. Wolverine's body has been surgically augmented with an unbreakable adamantium skeleton and razor-sharp adamantium claws. With these blades, he is capable of slicing through almost any substance known to man. Extra fact: the Danger Room can be programmed to create threats specific to the individual training within. Subject: Shatterstar. Danger Room Test Sequence number 6. The time-displaced warrior Shatterstar lives only to fight. He has been trained since birth in all forms of hand-to-hand combat, skills whose edge he maintains in regular battle simulation workouts. Extra fact: while not deadly, the Danger Room is still hazardous. On occasion, an X-Man has been seriously injured in mock combat. Subject: Cyclops. Danger Room Test Sequence number 7. The eyes of Cyclops contain devastating power. He can unleash optic force blasts strong enough to shatter steel. These bolts of pure energy can only be contained by Cyc's ruby quartz visor and can only be controlled with confidence and precision through repeated training sessions in the Danger Room. Extra fact: most of the opponents the X-Men face in the Danger Room are in actuality robots. Subject: Cable. Danger Room Test Sequence number 8. Cable is an unequaled master of weapons, and his personal arsenal includes exotic alien firearms far more advanced than any found on Earth. Cable practices regularly to maintain his outstanding marksmanship for, in the heat of battle, one missed shot could seal his doom. Extra fact: some of the members of X-Force used to train in the Danger Room when they called themselves the New Mutants. Subject: Colossus. Danger Room Test Sequence Number 9. The molecules of Colossus's body can transform into a super durable form of organic steel. In his armored form, the Russian X-Man can lift tons, and hurling a fellow X-Man into the breach is no problem at all. Extra fact: the Danger Room has been upgraded and rebuilt several times. The current version is the most advanced yet.
Cerebro, hidden within the X-Mansion. Cerebro is the X-Men's amazing mutant detecting computer system. It locates mutants by tuning into the unusual waves of genetic energy that they emit. It can determine and measure the powers of mutants, and assign them ratings, which are the very same ratings shown on other cards in this series. Extra fact: over the years, Professor X has used Cerebro to find the most of the heroes who eventually join the X-Men. Hologram, Wolverine, possessing the untamed savagery of a jungle beast combined with the battle-tested skills of an international secret agent. The mutant known as Wolverine is one of the most dangerous men alive. His power to heal virtually any wound in minutes, combined with his superhumanly keen animal senses and his razor-sharp adamantium claws and skeleton, make him a nearly perfect fighting machine. Truly, he is one of the fiercest foes of evil on Earth. Hologram, Cable. The cyborg warrior known as Cable is a man of mystery. While his origins remain unknown, his cunning and well-honed fighting skills, aided by his bionic limbs, are all too familiar to his enemies. In his short time as the leader of X-Force, he has taken that team of young mutants and forged them into a band of formidable soldiers. In a world that hates and fears those with mutant abilities, Cable believes only the toughest fighters will survive. Hologram, Gambit. Growing up on the streets of New Orleans, this raging Cajun used his mutant talent to convert any object's stored potential energy into kinetic energy and become a master thief. Since befriending the X-Man Storm, however, Gambit has forsaken his criminal ways. Now, as a member of the X-Men's Blue Strike Force team, he uses his phenomenal power to protect man and mutant melee. Hologram, Magneto. Magneto is the X-Men's oldest and most dangerous enemy. Viewing himself as the savior of mutantkin, Magneto has turned his absolute mastery of magnetism toward the creation of a new world order in which mutants rule over and hapless mankind. Determined to defend the mutants he sees as a subject from any and all threats, Magneto never hesitates to use the most ruthless means to achieve his noble ends. Hologram, X-Men. Realizing that the recent increase in evil mutant activity represented a threat to the human race, Professor Charles Xavier banded together a team of heroic mutants from around the world to protect mankind. So was born the X-Men, the foremost mutant fighting team in existence. Over the years, the danger posed by evil mutants has grown to such a degree that two teams of X-Men are needed to effectively stand against it. Pictured here is the X-Men's Blue Strike Force. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming videos of other Marvel and DC trading cards. You can also visit my shorts video for individual cards. Don't forget to subscribe and hit notification.